All right, here's the solution to paper 1, problem 11, mock exam 2019. Given two functions, the first thing you're supposed to do for part A is to state the range of each f and g. So the range is the y values, the results you're going to get from each of the functions. Notice for a function f, x has to be greater than 0 or equal to. So you think, what's the smallest answer you're going to get out of this problem? Well, if you sub in 0, you'd get 0 plus 3 over 75, which is 3/75. So that's the smallest answer you get, and then as x increases, so does the value of that fraction. So the range, therefore, the answers that you're going to get are that f of x is greater than or equal to 3/75. That's the range. For g of x, x can be any real number, but since you have an absolute value, you know you're not going to get any negative answers out of that. Because if you take the absolute value at the top, it's always going to be positive. So you think, what's the smallest answer I can get out of that function? Well, if you sub in any number, it's going to be positive, as I said, but think, can you get 0 as an answer? Well, if x is 4/3, you'd have 3 times 4/3 minus 4, which is 0. So the smallest answer you're going to get is 0, since you can't get any negative answers. So the range for g of x is g of x is greater than or equal to 0. For part B, let's see, what do we want? They want you to find f of g. And they give you the form that they want the answer in. But first of all, let's just do f of g. That means you put function g into function f in place of x. So instead of writing 2x squared, I'm going to write 2, and then the whole function 3x minus 4 over 10 squared plus 3 over 75. Now, I really don't need the absolute value, because if you square it, it's going to be positive anyway, so let me just do the arithmetic here. So 2 out front, I'm going to square the numerator and get 9x squared minus 24x plus 16 all over 100 after I square it, plus 3. And then what I'm going to do is get a common denominator of 100, so I'm going to change 3 to 300 over 100. And that's all over 75. So the rest of this is just clean it up. Why don't I just distribute that 2 and get 18x squared minus 48x plus 32 plus 300 on the outside, all over the common denominator of 100, and that's all over 75. Now those two denominators can be put together as one, so the numerator is 18x squared minus 48x plus 332 all over 100 times 75, which is 7,500. Now they tell us that the answer is ax squared plus bx plus c all over 3750. Well, 3750 is half of 7,500, so I'm going to take this numerator and denominator and divide them both by 2 and get 9x squared minus 24x plus 166 over 3750, and that's the form they said they wanted the answer in. So that part's done. Okay, now part C, I'm going to come over here and do that.